Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out today's video. Hopefully you're having an awesome day. And today I want to talk about ADA inmates. Now I've made a few videos on ADA inmates. I'm very bullish on them, and I think they will become a top 5 project in the Cardano ecosystem. And maybe the top. You never really know. Only time will tell. So let's get into the video. So I want to talk about the parole letter a little bit. I want to talk about how they're actually doing. So right now, if we look at ADA inmates, 380 floor price, they're actually a little bit over that. JPEG Store is just a little bit slow to update prices, which is fine. And then you have the cells, which is also over 300 ADA. So, people are finding out about this project and they're buying in heavily. So let's get into what actually you can do with it. So habituals, you have basically 4 different crimes. The females are not out yet. They're coming later this year, most likely in December. So the males, you have the arsonist, the drug addict, the petty thief, and the assault. Now, if you're staking, then you're going to get smokes token. But if you're not staking, then it's just going to generate an item. And it's going to take 10 days. You're going to have paper, glue, pencil, and an intimidation pass. So that's pretty cool on that. Next, you have the white collar, which actually takes a little bit longer than this. I'm not exactly sure how much time, but about 16 to 17 days. So if you're not staked, you build this construction pass, and then you have an upgrade bonus, which is less time for your habituals to create an item. So this 10 days could possibly be like 8 days. So that's interesting on that. Of course, if you're staking, you're going to get your smokes. We're going to go over that in a moment. And if you're not staking, then you get that construction pass, upgrade bonus, and a protection. So that's pretty cool. What does protection do? It gives you a chance not to have your items ransacked or burned during creation. Protection does not stack. It's kind of important. Then you have your organized. Now, if you're staking, obviously you get your smokes. We're going to go over that in a moment. Your manuals are going to be built if you're not staking. So your males, your drug dealers, bodyguards, contract killers, gang bosses, and then they build these items here. You have your protection, and they collect tax. Now, obviously, to build this, you can't be staked. If you're staked, you get smokes. That's the trade-off. Next, you have your psychopaths. And if you're staked, obviously you get smokes, like I've been talking about. If you're not staked, you build posters. And like a murderer takes 30 days, a politician takes 24. And then as you can see, your females can actually build stuff, which is very interesting. And if you look at the female cannibals, they build this bookshelf. That's the most rare item as far as I'm seeing right now. Maybe I need to look a little bit deeper, but it looks like the bookshelf is the most rare item in everything. So that's going to be very interesting. Obviously, the chessboard, the TV is also going to be kind of rare. So that's kind of neat. So let's get into what I have, and we can see how much time it actually takes. So this is my psychopath. This is a murderer. He's getting 55.49 smokes per day. Now, one thing to talk about with smokes, it's rolling. So your smokes per day is going to be rolling. It's dependent on how many people are actually staking that particular crime for you to be able to get. So a murderer, if more people were staking murderers, I'm probably going to get less smokes. If less people were staking them, I'm going to get more. So originally it was 55.85. Now it's 55.49. That is interesting. My other murderer is generating a poster. It's going to be available in 28 days. Today's snapshot has not happened yet. The snapshots every day are random, so they don't happen at a certain time, so you can't game the system. So that's very interesting. This is my organized, white collar embezzler. Excuse me. He's generated a construction pass, and it's been generated for 1 day. It takes 15 days. This is my other white collar art thief, been generating for 1 day. It's going to take 16 days. So that's a little difference there. Bodyguard, I'm staking him. I'm getting 41.22 smokes per day. This is an organized bodyguard. I'm generating a poster with him. I'm generating glue with this guy 3 days. He's been generating for, and he has 7 days left. This is a habitual drug addict with glue. This guy's a habitual petty thief. He's been generating for 3 days, has 7 days left on his contract. Blindfold guy, he's a habitual assault. He's generating 33.3 smokes per day. This bald fella is a white collar embezzler. He's getting 35.83 smokes per day. And keep in mind, all of these are being staked in habitual cells on 4x6 posters. So, should have said that in the beginning. A habitual arsonist, he's generating 32.03 smokes per day. So that's how much they're actually generating. And then if I scroll down here in the parole letter to posters, this tells me they're staking bonus. So this will tell you how to build a poster. If you don't know, you need 1 paper, 1 glue, 1 pencil, 1 intimidation pass, and a construction pass. So this first 4 come from habituals. The construction pass comes from the white collar, and I think the construction passes are going to be pretty valuable. That's my speculation. Only time will tell. But anyway, that's the 4x6s give you basically a 1% boost, whereas 11x14s, which is what the murderer gives you a 10% boost. So if you're already getting a 1%, that gives you 9, right? The 20x30, which is what the politician gives you a 45% staking bonus. So being able to upgrade all the way, definitely very, very important. But if you have a 4x6, those numbers that I gave you, it should be around that area, because it, like I said, is rolling depending on how many are actually being staked of that particular crime, which is very, very cool. I like how they've really thought out the process. They've really done their due diligence. Another thing to talk about when you're staking these guys, it doesn't cost you ADA in the transaction. The only thing that costs ADA is when you're claiming it. Now, if you're staking on your ledger device, then I believe everything costs ADA. And they're working on that at the moment. But if you're staking on a hot wallet, then you can stake it in the cell. You can unstake them out of the cell. That doesn't cost any ADA transaction. Only when you go to the commissary and buy stuff. Let me open the commissary. And then when you claim here, you have to. So if you scroll down here and you buy anything for smokes, then you can see the construction passes are 750 smokes. This guy's wanting 1120. That's very interesting, and a lot of the supplies have actually been getting bought, which is pretty cool. And then you can see these cells here are quite a bit of smokes. But if you buy these, you're talking probably about a 2.5 ADA fee, I believe. And then if you claim this, I believe it's the same thing. So that's the only thing that does cost ADA. I think that's kind of important. They've really thought about it, and they thought about how the end user is going to be able to look at the actual thing. So I'm going to put this parole letter down in the description. I think it's very, very important to go through, to look at, and to actually see everything. So anyway, hopefully that's a nice little synopsis of what's going on. The poster creation should be out either later today or very, very soon. And also upgrading of posters. So poster creations, poster upgrading, I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm very, very excited for that. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to have their Discord link down below. I encourage you to get in there and ask questions. That's how we all learn and grow as people. So with that, thanks for watching. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.